Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Leno56 and we are back on the moon. So in the previous episode, I spent a lot of work kind of redoing our atmospherics room in here, which I haven't figured out for the most part. I just wanted to try to figure out how I'm gonna work our pipes to go through the rest of our base along with how I want our cables and stuff to go, which I think for the most part, I did figure it out. So I should be able to expand through the base rather quickly now. I am going to change everything from the normal pipes to long pipes, and I kind of figured out how I want to do that part too. So this should go a little bit quicker from now on. And then I'm thinking what I want to do in the hydroponics room here, at least until we get the Larry going, because I'm not quite sure where I want to place our grow lights. I might actually use hydroponic trays because I can automate those 100% and they have built-in grow lights. I mean, they only have 4 slots, which is kind of the downside to them, but they actually might work a little bit better, at least for the time being. I can always recycle them and get some of the parts back, but... And good morning. So I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to completely redo this section in here. Let's see. I think this is full of volatiles. It is. The volatiles I can actually try to filter out into our base. And I also kind of figured out how I want to do, I guess, our like control walls and stuff where I'm going to have all of our vents. Because I'm going to move the transformer over here so then everything's just within these 2 frames. So I think I know how I want to do it. I don't actually need that on. There's nothing in here. So yeah, I think I've figured out how I want to do that as well. So for right now, what we're going to do is we are going to move all of our ores inside here. So let's put this out here really quick. And then this I'm going to move inside. Oh, geez. Let's see, and I think I have some more, yep, more lockers right there. So, because all the vents and stuff are going to go right here. I guess with how I plan on doing it, I don't really need... Okay, let's do this first. Let's do... iron, gold, and copper. So let's make some active vents here. I have so much copper on me. I'm gonna have to go and grab some more iron at some point here too. Alright, so I need... because I want these to be separate airlocks as well, so I need 4 active vents. Alright, and then 1 more. Alright, so we're gonna do an active vent here. We'll have an active vent right here. 1 there and 1 there. Perfect. Alright, so let's get a couple of normal vents. Actually, passive vents. I think I already have some passive vents, don't I? Oh, I had an active vent too. Gosh dang it. I know I had another passive vent or set of passive vents. I think they're outside actually. Let's go see. And then I think I figured out how I want to control our airflow too. I was doing a little bit of testing and stuff in between episodes. Alright, we don't have any active vents out here. We do have a bunch of nickel and a little bit of iron out here though. Alright. Let's go back inside. I do need some more gases, like oxide, nitrous, that kind of stuff. Well, I had an extra active or extra passive vent. So we'll do a passive vent here. And then, yeah, let's make 1 more. And the reason I'm placing them down here is because I'm going to load these walls up with a bunch of like electronics and stuff. Because essentially, I'm going to end up moving this down here. So let's do this. And then I think I have a couple of wall coolers. I do have a wall cooler here. I should have another wall cooler somewhere. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I just have the one. Oh no, these are two. Never mind. We're good. So wall cooler there and wall cooler there. And then I'd throw some heaters in here too. Grant, I don't really need the heaters. And then let's make another sensor. Oh, I can't from here, can I? I'm gonna have to do it from the electronics printer. Alright, before I do that, let's make a couple of heaters. Just in case. Alright, so we'll do heater there, heater there. Now let's get everything out of here really quick and we'll put it all in. Sensor, 3 iron, 1 gold, 1 copper. So 3 iron, 1 gold, and 1 copper. There we go, that'll make 1. Alright, then we have a sensor, which we'll put right there, and that'll control the airflow. Alright, so let's grab you, let's grab you. So let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it like that because I'm going to put a transformer right here to try to make this more compact. Plus I think it'll look a little bit better too. I probably should have looked to see exactly how I had that set up before I dismantled it, but that's okay. Oh, literally room sensor. Okay. Oops, no. I need you, put you there. Oh, that's why, because there's nothing hooked up to it, duh. Okay, let's do... Alright, and this will make 2 things of heavy cable for us. Because I need to hook up all of this stuff here. Once I hook up this, my plan is to put like an ore locker right here, because I won't actually need to gain access to these, because I'm going to automate everything. That actually might be enough. Oh, heck yeah. Look at that. Beautiful. So then this is going to be the occupancy sensor. It should be connected. There it is. Beautiful. Okay. And then, so I don't lose power, we're going to have a transformer right there. So That's kind of how I want our walls to look. Speaking of walls, I can swap these out. And essentially that's where our ore can go. Because I'm not going to cover this one up because I'll have to get access to the integrated circuit and stuff, but... Hey, good morning. Oh, jeez, I have so much coal on me right now. Doesn't have to be organized by any means. I can just kind of throw stuff in wherever. There we go. Alright, perfect. And then I can do a little bit of this and kind of organize what we have. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is let's grab the labeler. We're going to swap this to 25,000. And then I do need some more heavy cable to do this next part. So I think how I want this to go is we're going to... It can't go that way because that's going to short circuit everything. So it's going to have to go into the frame like that. Alright, let's put the wall back. Make sure it's all complete. Oh, nope. Yeah, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side too. I just want to test this out and see how this is going to work. I'm getting my rockets going scanning the space. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I want to build a rocket as well. What I want to do is I want to expand our base this way a little bit more, and then on the end we're going to have a hangar. So our hangar doesn't block our solar panels, essentially. That's the reason for that. And then I'm going to convert this into like launch pad. So that's my plan as of right now. Because it would be fun to launch a rocket. It's been a minute. Actually, I need to go over here. There we go. And then while I have this opened up, I can hook up our piping and stuff too, so that'll be useful. Yeah, and then I'm going to redo this too. But we should have power here now, so I can dismantle that transformer. Now, for everything that's going to come in here, since I do have this opened, we're going to have waste. So we'll do that. And then this will be coolant, which the coolant is going to be nitrogen. Okay. So I'm going to have to keep this open for right now because I need to go and grab some, well, either paint or a black piece of pipe. How many rockets? I'll start with one for right now, and then I'll slowly start expanding them. Alright, let's grab you. There, now I have the one black pipe that I need. And let's head outside again really quick. Thankfully, this airlock cycles fairly quick. I do want to convert all of our stationary batteries to large batteries too. There we go. There, so I think I figured out how I want to do all of the long pipes and stuff. Okay, so this section should be good. I should be able to close this off now. There we go. Perfect. And then I can do the same thing on the other side too. I just have to make sure that everything's properly enclosed. So we have wall there. I can't tell if that side's good or not. So let's do this. Yep, that side's good, and the inside of the airlock should be good too. And it looks like it is. So I should be able to dismantle this with no problem. Heck yeah. Okay. So I also forgot to do this too. So that's for our airlock. And then we have nitrogen and oxygen. There's that. Let's do the oxygen. Perfect. And then I can always bring water in here too. But for right now, that's actually looking pretty good. So we will button this back up. Sweet. And then I do need to hook up this active vent in here still. Yeah. I wish you could kind of make all manners of long pipes. So you could have like a 2 long pipe, a 3, a 4, a 5, maybe all the way up to 10. That'd be kind of fun. Alright, so I don't think there's anything else I need to do in here, so let's close this off. Alright, sweet. So let's head back inside, make sure everything's looking good. Maybe before I do that, since we're out here, let's see if I can't find soybeans really quick. See what kind of traders we have. And we'll have you depart. Stellar snacks. I don't need stellar stacks. Let's see, do we have anything good? I just want soybeans, that's all. All I want to do is make soy oil. Orbiting oxygens. And that's going to be like gases and stuff, which I don't really need, at least not right now. I mean, I'm only at a 45-degree angle. I could increase the angle as well. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that right now. Alright, so let's head back inside. I was going to see if maybe we will just get lucky.
Hydration critical.
Well, I need water anyway, so. Alright, so let's drink some water here for a minute. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side too. So we're going to have the transformer here, vents, or maybe I won't do it on this side. Maybe I'll match what we have here. Maybe that'll work a little bit better. Because I think what I'm going to do, instead of having one giant hallway like this, I'm going to kind of split it up a little bit. So we'll have another airlock right here. Maybe that'll make it look a little bit better. I do need some more plastic sheets, which we have here. So then I can at least do that. Make that look a little bit better. Okay, so everything is looking pretty good. And then I can actually automate all of this as well. So then I should be able to... And we still have power. That's fantastic. And this actually looks a lot better than having it randomly over here. So I actually like the way that looks. Alright, sweet. So then I can actually get rid of some of this cable too. And I'll grab the rest of that once we're outside.
Hunger caution.
Okay, let's go eat for a minute. And then, yeah, I think what I'm going to do for at least right now is we're going to build some hydroponic stations for our hydroponics room. I would like to get the Larry going, but for the time being, because I'm not entirely sure where I want to place our grow lights. Like, I could have them floating technically, but I don't know if I really want that. And the hydroponic stations have built-in grow lights. The only downside is they don't have nearly as many slots, but for just my lonesome self, they should suffice. So maybe we'll build a couple of those for right now. Grant, I do need to get the temperature down, so let me focus on that before I do anything else. Which means I need to expand our pipe network here. Alright, so we'll do this for right now. I do need a couple of more lights. I need, well, only 2 more lights, actually. Alright, let's build a couple more lights here really quick. So I need 1 iron and 2 copper. There, so that'll build 2 lights for us. I have so much cable now. I love it. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do this, throw over that over there, that. There we go, now we have lights. Guess I could have just dismantled a couple of lights over here, but that's fine. I really only need one side lit for right now for what I'm doing. Okay, so now I want to expand our pipe network here, so let me do it this way. I'm gonna have to make some more pipe. Grant, I think I have some stored. There, we'll do that. Let's see, do I have any more pipes stored over here? I've got one. Wow. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, I have more. Actually, I have another stack of 20. I'm gonna need more anyway, so let's do this. No, okay, fine. 13 it is. Alright, I'm gonna have to go grab some more silicon. There we go. So I think that'll actually make it look a little bit better. And then I can do the same thing with the other pipes too. Sweet. So I'm glad I'm making more insulated pipe for us. I'm gonna have to redo all of this, and then I'm gonna have to redo this too, now that I think about it. Because thinking more on it, I don't think the mixer's gonna do what I want it to do. Essentially, it's just gonna, yeah, it's just gonna cause an issue. So I'm thinking some volume pumps. I think that'll be easier because then I can automate it so it's only a certain ratio within this pipe. Because eventually I'm gonna have more than enough oxygen and stuff in here, so I should be able to keep these filters on full time. But yeah, I'm gonna have to redo this section too. So I'm gonna keep that open just so I can kind of make a mental note. Okay, so that's our nitrogen, which I need to start hooking up. So let's do this. Oh, that's, yeah. There we are. So that one's hooked up. Let's hook this one up really quick. Oh, oops. Yeah, that's gonna have to come down like this. When you do the rockets, you should try the pressure-fed pump to the liquid engines. I don't know how to work pressure-fed. Yeah, I'm not 100%. I haven't messed with the rockets too much, but I'm excited to try to figure it out. It's like the whole point of this game. Alright, so nitrogen. I should be able to turn these on to help cool. Well, I'm gonna have to automate that. Which, let's do that right now while I'm thinking about it. Okay, activate room sensor. So then what I can do is find you can do wall coolers. Find wall coolers, perfect. And then I can also do the same thing with the gas sensor too. So essentially I can just move the gas sensor. I won't have to redo the well, let's test it out. Gas sensor. Which would be this guy right here. Alright, and let's do wall coolers start. So we're gonna and then let's do temperature R1. So temperature, gas sensor, temperature, and then we'll just do sum or whatever. It doesn't really matter. So simple compare unit. And the reason I'm doing the compare units like this is because I want the wall coolers, in this case, to stay on until it reaches like 20 degrees Celsius, and then they'll turn off. Once the temperature reaches 25, they'll turn on again and bring the temperature down to 22, so we don't hear a bunch of on and off clicking the entire time. Okay, so when the temperature, wow. So when the temperature is greater than 298, then coolers on. And when the temperature is less than 293, then coolers off. And then we will jump back to light start. Coolers off. On 0 and jump back to light start. So let's see if that works without having to actually code in the devices in here. Maybe. It says it should be working. Alright, well, let's try it really quick. I might just have to do it this way. Alright, well, let's try it this way. If that's the case, that's fine. Oh, wait a minute. I know what the issue is. Alright, let's... I forgot to actually... I forgot to do this. To actually loop it. There we go. Yep, nope, that actually worked. And then this one should be on as well. Unfortunately, I can't see whether that's on or not. But it is all hooked up, so technically it should be turned on. I can hear it, so. Sweet. So that should help with our temperature control, and I'm gonna have to do that in every room too. But that is actually working, so that's fantastic. And then I can slowly edit the circuit board if I need to. Which I'll probably do the same thing. Well, I should do the same thing with air control actually. And actually, with air control, there is one thing I want to try to do here because I was messing around. I can't figure out the coding for it. Oh crap! We'll do it over here. I'll put you back. Let's see, because I have this one. Yeah, I have the same cooling setup here. For the most part, except I did a little bit different in the other room. Except I have the waste vent. So instead of doing this, I want to try one other thing. So we'll put you back. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to use actual logic chips for what I want to try to do here. So I could do, and this is just more of a temporary thing. Okay, so let's do a logic reader, a memory, and then we'll just do a writer right there really quick. So let's just hook all of it up for a minute. Oh, there went everything. Alright, so this is just more of a test. So I'm going to set the internal safety of this one to, because 50 MPa is really, really high. I could set it to I could set it to 1,000, 1 MPa. Then the external safety would have to be set to 0. Alright, so let's do... Alright, so the logic reader needs to read... Wait, where's it at? Oh, there it is. Logic memory. Setting, which is 1,000. And then this is going to read the logic reader. And then output, well, let's rename this one the waste vent. Pressure internal, I want to set to... Oh, heck yeah, that actually worked. So then if I just keep this going... Oh crap, I don't have that one turned on, do I? Inwards is very limited. Let's see here. Alright, that's not doing anything right now. That's because there's not enough pressure. External safety set to 0. Yeah, we'll see if that actually works or not. I'm gonna have to dismantle this, aren't I? Gosh dang it. Yep. That's okay. There, now all of that is turned on. Yeah, and then I can automate those heaters too, but everything's turned on, so we're good. We have a crap ton of coal. I should have... Oh, there it is. There we are, that looks better. Okay, and then this is set, because my thought process here is if I can just keep this on, it'll automatically kind of do what I want it to do, and then I just had to do this little setup right here, which then I should be able to dismantle this, and it should keep... Yep, it does. Oh, that's fantastic. So then I can do this in every room and see how that actually works. There we are. Put you back, and then I'll actually store you guys. Sweet. So then I want to see if this actually works or not. So let's head outside and actually mine some oxide or nitrous or whatever I need. But before I do that, let's grab our mining backpack so that I can actually place all of our full stacks of ores in here. Alright, so let's go on a little mining trip. What's your battery doing? Oh, it's fine. So I'd like to find some nitrous oxide. I mean, heck, I could even look for some ice while I'm out here. I haven't really gone this way a whole lot, so we're gonna head down here. Alright, let's grab our sensor lenses. We'll turn these bad boys on. It looks like we have some oxide right here, so let's turn these off. Actually, I could have probably just kept them on. Yeah, actually, let's turn them on so I can see where all the ore is. There we go. Sweet. Alright, there's a little bit more right here. So we're going to move all of these full stacks into our mining mining backpack. Alright, I will have to get some more water once I get home. Sweet. Put you in there, put you in there, put you in there. Alright, we have just a little bit right here. Oh, we have a bunch of ice right here too. Alright, so we'll do this, this. I think that's all the ice that was right here. It looks like it is. Put you in here. Let's see, what else do we have? Actually, our water's getting really low. I might have to call it. A little bit more O2. We have a bunch of it mixed in with iron, which I don't really need the iron. That's basically a full stack of ice. We'll throw that in there too. Okay, that's good enough. Alright, yeah, let's head home. Let's turn you off so I can actually see a little bit better. There's her base. Alright, sweet. Oh god. Alright, and then hang on 1 second. Alright, I'm back. My dog wanted out of my room. Okay, there we go. So, let's drink some water really quick. Because that alarm's getting kind of annoying. And then let's see, how much did we actually grabbed quite a bit. Okay. So I'm gonna have to redo this setup here, which is fine. But I do want to see how this actually works in here. Let's just drop 5 stacks. Only 5 stacks. Alright, let's see. Are you actually working? It doesn't show that there's anything in here. Is that not connected? Oh, I didn't connect it. That's why. Okay, so I'm gonna have to try something else here. I guess I could do... Alright, let's put you back. Let's swap you over. Alright, hang on a sec. Okay. So if I do, can I put, oh, I can't do that. I'm not gonna like that, but I might have to move that light. Like, I can try to figure out something to do with the lights. Do I have, I don't have any more. Crap, that's why it's not working. This one's working though. Yeah, so let's turn these on. Alright, just so I can see if this works or not, let's do... Yeah, let's dismantle you. Oh, crap. There we go. Alright, let's dismantle another thing over here. Alright, now that should work. Although we are at a steady 101 kPa right now. Alright, so let's keep you turned off for a minute. Because I want to see if this actually works. Alright, that is dropping. So, because I have this set to 1 MPa, oh. Yeah, I have that automatically set to do that. Alright, we're going to try this. Let's dismantle you for a minute. Let's see, does that break everything? Nope, it doesn't. Yeah, so this should drop all the way down to 1 MPa, and then theoretically 1 MPa pressure should be in this pipe at all times, and I can always adjust it if I need to. But yeah, I'm gonna have to redo our nitrogen and oxygen here. Granted, we do have a pretty good supply of nitrogen and carbon dioxide. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. So it is kind of holding steady, so we should be fine. What's your thermal dump for the wall coolers? I'm using nitrogen for it. I just need a way to cool it down, which I'm probably going to have to use air conditioning units for the to cool down our nitrogen, which I know how to do that. I'll probably do that like over here somewhere. So that's going to be where my thermal dump is. I'll just have to hook our ACs up to our nitrogen line here, and then I should be able to just rapidly cool it. So it shouldn't be a big issue. I just want to make sure that our alright, so that's dropping. I guess I could increase it, actually. Yeah, I haven't figured out a way of how to successfully code it correctly, though. So let's do... Yeah, let's do logic reader, we'll do a logic writer, and we'll just do the logic memory right there. Because I have more than enough cable, so we'll just do something like this. No, actually, I don't need... Well, it's the same either way. Yeah, we'll just do something like that. So instead of 1,000, let's set it to 5,000. And I could have just used the labeler to do this, but oh well. And then the logic reader is going to read the logic memory setting, logic reader. Hey, that worked perfectly. I might just keep that there. And that's increasing. And then, yeah, as this increases, we should have a steady stream of airflow here. Like if I close you, or uh-oh, hang on. I don't think I hooked up our... Gosh dang it, I didn't. Alright, I'm gonna have to make a trip over to our outpost so I can grab some silicon. So I am not actually using the N2 line for jetpacks at all. I'm using my waste tank. I figured that actually works a little bit better. I'm using it for cooling and then for plants. But you don't need a whole lot for plants, so most of it's going to go towards cooling. Actually, if I can find some nitrous while I'm out here, that'd be great. There's a bunch of oxide and stuff, and I have a bunch of water on me now, so I'm not worried about ice. There's some nitrous right there. Alright, let's turn on our sensor lenses so I can see how much we have, and there's actually quite a bit right here. There's actually a lot right here. Well, and this is oxide. Yeah, so we have a bunch of oxide here too, which I don't really need any more oxide, so call that. Turn you off. There we go. Oh, we got a little bit of nitrous, so that'll replenish our nitrogen and our nitrous oxide, which I'm going to have a dedicated nitrous oxide line, a dedicated nitrogen line. CO2 is just going to get slowly mixed in with our oxygen for our air, mainly for plants. I know that you can use CO2 as a coolant as well, but nitrogen tends to have the better temperature as a coolant. Alright, and then our outpost should be right over here. There it is. Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna like having the to make separate outposts for everything, but it's actually not terrible. Kind of makes exploring a little bit more worthwhile. Alright, and then since I'm over here, I'm gonna grab, I have more than enough copper, so let's grab a thing of iron. And then I've never actually been able to grab a full thing of silicon yet. Although that's pretty close. So I will take that. And then I have more than enough coal. How much coal do we have in here? We have 72 stacks of coal. That's insane. Well, that's all I needed. Alright, let's head back. It's too bad that we can't make the shuttles that like the traders fly in on. That'd be that'd be fun. Maybe at some point we'll be able to. Yeah, the terrain looks so good now. Actually feels like we're on the moon. I could have a separate N2 line, I suppose. But I plan on having more than enough gas. I just have to rapidly cool the our current N2 line, which is what I'm going to need the ACs for. So yeah, I
Power
mean,
low.
technically I could do that. Power low. We're just at 50%. We just got home, so we should be fine. Yeah, I thought about doing the shoot lines. That would be a lot of freaking work. Not that I couldn't do it, but it does kind of make traveling around a little bit nicer. Alright, so let's top off our water since I just got home. And we will... Now let's make another baked potato. And our cooling is actually working quite nicely, because we are at about 32 degrees Celsius since our coolers have been automated. So that's actually working amazingly. Alright, and let's go in here, and since I have a crap ton of iron and silicon now, I can make some more pipe. So we are going to... We'll just make 100. Is it overkill? Maybe. But then again, maybe not, because I can always use pipe. Yeah, so that's the reason this isn't working how I want it to, is because I need to actually connect this up to our oxygen line. And that doesn't look terrible. Thought that was going to look a little... Yeah, that could look worse, so I'll probably just keep that light where it's at. Two percent and 2%. Oops, I stepped on my laptop. That's not good. We're at about 8%. Then two lenses will on the moon. The gas side will be thermal dump connected to the heat exchanger via digital valve. I see what you're saying. I mean, I could do that. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. Connected to the... I could do that. Here, let's move the laptop so I don't keep stepping on it. So, instead of having this set up here how I have it, have a separate N2 line that would be essentially for my coolers. I'm just not sure how I would actually set that up in here though. We're gonna have all this open space over here that I could use. I was just gonna use air conditioning units. Granted, what I could do, I suppose, is I could have it hooked up to this coolant tank right here, because this is just going to be pure CO or pure nitrogen, and I'm going to try to rapidly cool this. So I could do that over here and connect our N2 line, because I have to bring the nitrogen in anyways for these wall coolers. I'm gonna have to mess around with that, because that actually might not be a bad idea, since I want this to be our coolant tank for our furnace regardless. Alright, so let's do this. So same concept that I did with our waistline. Oh crap, I just did that, didn't I? Gosh dang it. That's our... Actually, what was that? That was our nitrous oxide. Actually, that was just an empty pipe. Alright, so let's do this. There we go. The solar N2 system can be outside of the thermally connected via heat exchange, but separate by gas. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that, because that actually might not be a bad idea. If I can figure out a way to connect it to this coolant tank here, because I plan on just filling this with pure nitrogen from the our waste tank and then slowly cooling it down. But if I can figure out a way to do that, then that would be fantastic. Granted, the current system I have is actually cooling our base quite nicely, so I'm not too concerned, but that would be a nice way to actually do it. Alright, so that's looking good there. So let's hook this up. I don't technically need to go that far, but at least not right now. Alright, let's grab another thing of pipe. We'll just do this. And put labels on your pipe list to hit with your head. I mean, they are insulated, so there's a little bit of padding on there in case I decide to jump and concuss myself. But I kind of like the way, like, I don't mind the two high rooms, like, in here, but I like the way that this looks because it looks a lot more industrial. Granted, I'm going to have coverings and stuff over everything, so it's not going to quite look as industrial, but it's still going to look pretty cool. Okay, and then I guess what I can do while I'm actually working on pipes is, yeah, let's do... Let's do this. I'm gonna have to change all of these gray pipes to green ones. Yeah, and then I'm gonna have to get rid of all this too. What I would like to do is get like is build like a medical room so that I can actually use the nitrous oxide. I think that'd be kind of fun. Uh-oh. Wait, did we run out of power? We might have run out of power. Oh no. Well, that's an issue. I'm gonna have to add more solar panels. We ran out of power. That's not good, but I guess what I could do, because I have this. Granted, I don't have access to any of the outside cables. Actually, I do. No, I don't. Could hook this up to. I mean, the sun's almost risen, and if I look at where the solar panels are, if I can see them, yeah, once the sun rises, those solar panels will get hit. Hey, we have power. All right, so let me finish working on this really quick, and then I need to actually work on our power. There we go. Now that looks a lot better. Condensation is happening in the pipes. Uh-oh. Yeah, go for it. What is the question? Let's put this here. Yeah, let's... Yeah, I need to grab some more solar panels. Can't you just make an RTG? I mean, I know that there's a creative version RTG and the normal one you can't actually make, as far as I know. And the creative one, yeah, that's just like unlimited power. But yeah, there's no way to actually make an RTG. So, let's see here. So, I don't have any solar panels on top of this room here, so that's another 25 solar panels that I could potentially make. So, let's see here. Crap ton of gold, crap ton of copper. Let's see what that actually be solar panel wise. So if I want 25 solar panels, that's 125 gold. So that's not a crazy amount of gold. I know I don't have enough copper. Actually, I might have enough copper because that's 500. So I have all the solar panels on top of my base. Okay. So let's do 54. Oops, wrong one. And that should be 500. And then how much steel? I need 375 steel. Yeah, so I don't have enough steel, but I can easily get enough steel. Alright, so let's drop 39 of it out of there. Alright. So let's grab 2 things of coal. Yeah, so the degassed ore doesn't do anything, but the ingots actually do it. So they actually lowered the temperature quite a bit. Oh, just a tower for like 19 solar panels. I could do that, but I don't know. These tend to work pretty decently. What's nice is that they uncapped the solar panels, so power hasn't been quite as much of an issue. Granted, since I turned this on, it's kind of an issue now, but alright, let's see here. And 400 steel. Just a little bit. So I need 375, we have 400, so let's drop this by 25. And this should be everything I need to make 25 solar panels. Oh, well, I am glad that I could help you make that decision. No, I absolutely love this game. I think I first got this game back. Crap, when did I buy this game? I want to say 2017. I cannot remember when I bought this game. I'm gonna have to go back and look. And now I'm trying to code from 2 years later. Alright, and this is going to make 25 solar panels for us, so I'm not going to wait up while those are being made. I do need 25 glass sheets, which I have, so that actually works out perfectly. Okay, so while that's doing that, let's see here. Let's head outside for a minute so I can properly assess the situation. Because if we keep running out of... Yeah, those ones are almost completely empty. These ones are full. Yeah, so I'm going to fill this roof right here with solar panels. We're going to have to make some more batteries. Instead of making the stationary batteries like these guys, I want to see if I can't start working on large batteries. Because then that would help get a lot more power. Let's see, what do we have? Do we have anything useful? Ooh, we do. Are you going the right direction? Let's do 300. Can't tell if you're slower or faster. We have seeds. I was like, that's like been my whole purpose this entire time was to get seeds. Okay. I can't tell if that's slower or faster. Oh, you're still moving, that's why. Alright, that's slower. So let's do that, and then... Let's turn it down to 180, maybe. Still here for another 18 and a half minutes, so we should be fine. What I might have to do until we get our power back under control is I might have to turn all of the filtration units off until morning. I should be able to keep it on all night, but
Waste tank caution.
let's turn it to 240 for right now, maybe. And there we go. All right, that is a little faster. No, wrong way. Let's see, what else do we have? Stellar Smelter. We have Metal Maidens. I love the names. Yeah, this one requires an actual enclosed hangar. These two are just landing pads. Oh yeah, that's a lot faster. Let's turn it to 180. And then we'll see if I can't trade with them and get some seeds. Let's swap out our waste tank with our propellant. Oh heck yeah. Alright, that's gonna take a minute. That's okay though. Let's see, how's our solar panels coming? We have at least 5 there. So that's good. Slowly being made. So yeah, these batteries are full. These batteries aren't even charging. Slightly concerning. Nothing else has changed. And everything should be connected. Alright, well. Land. We did it. We found seeds. Watch them not have the one seed I'm looking for. That's going to be frustrating. My guy needs a shower too. He's getting stinky. Which I'm going to have to move our shower. Yeah, so my plan is to expand our base further this way. And then on the end of it over here, I'm going to have a hangar with a runway. And then we're going to have hallways going this way, hallways going that way. And then I'm going to convert this into a launch pad for a rocket or two. All right, what do you have? Oh, look at all the seeds. We have ferns, we have mushrooms. God, those are expensive. Um, gosh dang it. Switchgrass, sugarcane, cocoa, watermelon, oxygen replenishment. Good God. Okay, well, we're gonna buy one of those. Let's see. Switchgrass. What? Let's see here. I could do corn. Mushrooms would not be bad. I do want to get a mushroom, I think. So a mushroom would not be bad to have. Winter spawn seed. Hades seed? The frick's a Hades seed? Let's see here. Let's see, French fries plus 75 hydration capacity. So quality best. Corn soup, quality good. So that's not nearly as good as French fries. Good. Good. Cooked mushroom, yeah. Yeah, French fries is honestly the way to go. So yeah, we're gonna do soybeans 100%, and then I'm also gonna do mushrooms as well. Oh God, that's so expensive. That's fine. Um, we'll buy you, and then we will buy you. I'm like broke now. We have it right here. Boom. Oh, look at that. We've got seeds. I love it. My purpose in life is now fulfilled. It took me over 100 freaking in-game days to find someone who sells seeds. That's insane. Alright, well, let's drink some water. Yum. And then I'm gonna have to... Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo this, because I have a bunch of polluted water just being backed up. I guess I could try to do that in here. Because technically what I could do... Because this is all liquid in here. Because I need to turn the water, the polluted water, into steam and then convert it back into liquid. Which actually, I think I know how I can do that. Because then I can get rid of the water purifier altogether. Because once I convert it to steam and back to liquid, that should clean it. I think I'm going to have a tank for it. I think what I'm going to try to do... It depends on where I put the shower. Because I'm going to have... I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put it. Because I'm going to have wow, I can't think straight. I'm going to have a living quarters with the showers in there. And then I can have a pollutant tank. Like a polluted water tank. And then I can heat up the tank, turn everything into steam, and then send all the steam. Actually, I could just send it all into our waste tank. Or send it all to our waste line. And then I just have to get it into our water tank here. Huh, okay. I think I kind of have an idea on how I want to do that. But that's going to be a bit because I do want to be able to make our, ooh, while I'm thinking about it. Let's turn you off for a minute. This shouldn't, yeah, this should hold at 5 MPa, so we shouldn't ever overpressure because of how I program this. Look at that. Okay, so we have seeds, which makes me extremely happy. So the seeds we'll just put in here for right now. But yeah, I'm thinking temporarily at least use some hydroponic stations. Just because I'm not sure where I want to place the grow lights. And I know hydroponic stations have... Gosh dang it. And I know hydroponic stations have built-in grow lights, so that might be a better way to do it. Yeah, we're having some power issues. Well, we have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we have quite a few already in there, so we just have 2 more stacks. On your polluted water, place a purge valve and set it to like 2 kPa or 0. That will boil off the water. Yeah, so the shower water can actually, so there's a couple of ways that you can do it. If you turn the water into steam and then turn it back into water, or I guess into steam then liquid, again, that'll clean it. You can also put charcoal in here and that'll purify the water for you. This is a little slower. So what I'm thinking is it would be better to actually just put all the water into a tank, heat the tank up so it converts to steam, and then send the steam into our our waistline here. Uh-oh, there's liquid in the pipe. That's not good. Oh, it's liquid pollutant. Yeah, I'm not really that concerned about it. 28 degrees. Let's see what liquid. Let's see, gases, liquid pollutant. Because we have 5 MPa of pressure in there. And it's not 105 degrees Celsius in there either, so I'm not sure why that's... Yeah, because this is solid, this is liquid, so if the pressure is over... Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is a liquid in here then. Because there's also liquid N2O in here too. An AI in the game. That'd be kind of fun. Place a purge valve and set it to like. Yeah, I think the purge valve idea might be a little bit better actually. Um, there's not a whole lot I can do right now because I can't go outside. Granted, maybe for our main airlock, what I might actually do is, I don't know if I still have it. Yeah, I don't know if I still have it or not, but the power control unit. Because if I can put the power controller on this main airlock right here, then then at least I'll be able to go in and out of the base instead of just using normal transformers. So that's something I'm going to do once the sun comes back up. But in the meantime, I guess I can still work on our base here. Let's see, I do have a lot more pipe over here. So let's do this. We'll continue working. Yeah, that's all in our backpack. Yeah, we'll just do this. Actually, our suit, I can actually take our suit off. Except I can't see. Oh, sun's rising. Okay, we should have power here pretty quick. So yeah, let's do this. There we go. So that looks like that. And then I'm going to have to extend our volatiles line and our pollutant line all the way through here as well. Hey, it's kind of funny you say that because I had twice baked potatoes last night. No relation to Stationeers, but now that you say that, that's actually really kind of funny. All right, we have power. Sort of. There we go. Come on. You can do it. You're so close. Our solar panels. Ever had root fried mashed? I don't think I ever have, no. Wait a minute. Why are solar panels not doing what I need them to do here? Alright, that's fine. Let's head outside. I need to find our power control unit so I can actually swap this out so I can go in and out of our base without having to worry about power. What did I do with it? I mean, I can always make another one, but... Okay, why are you guys not doing what... Wait a minute. Oh! We've had a full battery this whole time. Granted, that wouldn't have really helped much, but... Alright. Shake your cable during storms to the 4 times power. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of wondering, if a cable maybe blew somewhere. I don't see any blown cables, so we should be fine. Plus, those are all charging. Except for this last bit here, but he will fully charge. And it looks like all of our cables are fine. I am going to have more cables, though. Okay, so then I'm going to have more batteries right here. And then everything is facing that direction. So, let's start placing our solar panels. We'll start from the back. And then what I'm going to have to do is turn all of these, because I think they're all turned to 180 degrees. They are. Gosh dang it. And that shouldn't be too difficult. I could put more automation into the solar panels. They would actually generate more power, but it wouldn't be a whole lot more, which is why I haven't done it yet. Oops. Add parking feature to the solar controllers so they turn towards the morning sun at the evening. I should do that. I've just set up a very basic solar panel logic. Alright, we're almost done. Alright, 2 more. And then the rest of our solar panels should be done here pretty quick. Sweet. And then I'll have to go inside and grab the glass anyways. I'm going to need... grab more of the cable I have. So, alright, since we do have a decent supply of power right now, let's see, what do we need for more large batteries? Ooh, we're taking you guys, 100%. I think our pipes are probably fine. There's not a whole lot of liquid in them right now. So, alright, we have 2 more left. Let's do... Let's get rid of you. We'll get rid of you. Get rid of you. There we go. That'll at least free up a little bit of inventory here. Alright, last one. Stellite, silicon, electrum, steel, copper, gold. Alright, we're gonna make a few large batteries here. Let's see, we have glass. So I need gold, copper, steel, electrum. I need more copper now. Gosh dang it. Well, I can make 2 large batteries. So that's a start. Alright, and then I need electrum and stellite. Oh, I don't have stellite. Silver, silicon, cobalt. I have enough cobalt. I can find silver, and then I just put all the silicon I had. So the stellite is the issue. Okay. So, do I have any silver? I'm gonna have to go out on a mining run to find some silver. I have quite a bit of silicon in here. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go out on a mining run and find some silver here really quick. So I have a little bit of astroloy. I don't really need any more right now. Let's see, there's gold. Oh, wait a minute. No, there's silver close to my base. I remember because I went looking for silver last time and I went stupidly far. If I remember correctly, there's silver right down here. It's right there. It is. Perfect. There we go. All right, let's. Oh, there's my backpack. All right, heck yeah. There's all the silver. And then I have a stack of cobalt, so we should be fine there. Then what else did I need? I needed silicon, which I have. Sweet. All right, let's turn our sensor lenses off. And let's head inside. So 10... Yeah, so the issue is going to be getting it hot enough, which should be fine. Alright, sweet. So we'll put you in there. We'll put you in there. And then I need 100. Yeah. Oh, and the temperature's rising too.
Hunger
We
caution.
actually are in the perfect range. Heck yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Alright, and I can make a total of 2 of these. Alright, perfect. And then one thing I am going to have to bring with me is a logic chip so I can make a batch writer. Alright, and then while those are being made, let's head outside and actually... Uh-oh. It's nighttime. I didn't make the thing I was wanting to make. Wow, that's a little warm. That's fine. I don't see the power controller. I don't think I got rid of it, but maybe I did. Alright, let's head outside for a minute so I can see how everything is. I'm hoping our batteries are okay and will actually last through the night. Alright, so those batteries over there are all full. These batteries are half full, so they're fine for right now. Let's place the rest of these solar panels. Okay, and this should definitely help with our power issue. 25 solar panels, that's a lot. And then I brought the glass with us. Hopefully I have enough cable. Let's see, and last but not least, we just have this guy right here. Alright, perfect. So, let's put all the glass on our solar panels here. Do solar storms damage our solar panels? I'm gonna have to check to see, because that could be part of the issue. I don't think they do, though, because they just generate a tremendous amount of power during the solar storms. Sweet, okay. Bunch of solar panels. So now what I need to do is hook them all up. Now I think how I'm gonna do that is we'll do something like... on the moon, all you really need is logic chips. I could use integrated circuits, but with how I'm doing it, I just have to build one batch writer and it'll write to the entire network. So I'm just using logic chips for right now, instead of having to do a bunch of integrated circuits. Alright, we're just going to do this. I have a better idea on how to actually... Wish there was a way to drag cable. That'd be nice. Instead of having to place each piece individually. Oops. There we go. So many cables. Okay, only 2 more to go. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have enough. Alright, this is my last little stack. I might have enough. I'm gonna have to make some more heavy cable regardless. Which is fine, because I have to go inside and grab our larger batteries either way. Alright, sweet. So, let's running off of those right now. Everything should be hooked up. I can double check it really quick, but if it wasn't, then all these solar panels wouldn't be working as well as they actually are. Yeah, no, it's all working. It's all hooked up. Yeah, so then all I really need right here is just a batch writer. So, solar panels out, and then I need a bunch of heavy cable. So let's head inside so I can make some more heavy cable. I do need to make another. I should have got copper. Gosh dang it. Although, look what we have here. What do I need to actually build those? Stationary battery, large, steel sheets, and electronic parts. Okay, well, I have steel sheets, so that's no issue. Oops, wrong one. Those aren't steel sheets.
Hydration critical.
So I have steel sheets. I don't have any electronic parts. So I need, what, 2 electronic parts per thing? Iron, golden, yeah, I need copper. Ugh. So I have plenty of logic chips, so I will actually have to do that. So then they'll automatically turn to the direction of the sun once the sun drops. Let's make a quick trip to our outpost so I can grab some copper. Hunger's fine. I'd be fine. Yeah, I have more than enough readers, and I have a couple of processing units too, so should be fine. Yeah, the only downside on this is that these are gonna block these solar panels in the morning. Granted, once the sun gets like right there, it'll be fine. So I'm not really too concerned about it, but yeah, let's make a quick trip over to our outpost so I can grab some copper. Replace small batteries with big ones. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm replacing all the stationary batteries with large batteries. I need a bunch of stellite, which actually I might have I think I have enough stellite for that because I need 4, 8, probably I can probably get away with 16 large batteries actually. Okay, where's it at? There it is. It's always so much farther away than I initially think. I could just hardline a tracking beacon over here too. That would solve all my issues. See, one thing I could also do is I could just have a crap ton of coal generators over here, and then wire like have like power lines going back to our base. That'd be kind of fun to make. Since I'm here, let's grab. We'll take 64. Yeah, having a light out here would help tremendously. All right, let's take 2 of these. And we'll just take 2 of these. There we go. So 1,000 copper, 1,000 iron, and 64 silicone. All right, let's head back. Yeah, I still think being able to make a shuttle would be really fun. Yeah, an LED light on the outpost, that's actually not a bad idea, because then I'd be able to see it from a distance. Oh, look, we have silver. Good thing I have a bunch of silver. Although making a power line would actually be kind of fun, because then I can turn that outpost into like a coal generating plant. Because I already have a bunch of technically I have 2 solid fuel generators. I could put them both over there.
Hunger critical.
Yes, I'm heading home. I'll be fine. Because theoretically, I could place as many deep miners in that coal region as I want, and I'd have an unlimited amount of power right there. So having like a massive coal plant might not be terrible. Look at all those solar panels that aren't doing anything. Don't worry, you will do something here shortly. That looks so cool. Oh god, I overshot it. Ugh. Alright, there we go. Alright, so let's eat really quick, because my hunger is really low. And then hopefully this is the last potato. Well, it probably won't be the last potato. Although I could plant more potatoes really quick here, too. Let's see, I don't have you fully hooked up yet. I want to actually hook that up, so I should take a shower. I'll take a shower before I end the episode. There we go, that's what I wanted. How much nitrogen do we have? We have more than enough nitrogen in the atmosphere. Water. Perfect. Soybeans and potatoes. Alright, I'm keeping 1 seed out just in case. But we have soybeans and we have potatoes growing, and they're both thriving, so that's fantastic. In the next episode, I should be able to make fries, which would be amazing. But we have soybeans and potatoes growing right now, so that's fantastic. Okay, let's head inside so I can make a bunch more heavy cable, because I'm going to need it. And then we're actually at the end of the episode. So let's do... We'll just do that. And we'll just... Oh, I have iron over here. Let's use a 39 stack. So I need 2 of those. I have so much. That's 2. 4, so let's make some heavy cable. So then that's everything I need in order to build the large batteries and hook up our solar panels. I just need a little bit more cable in order to successfully do that. Which I don't have any more cable anywhere on me that I can see. Which is kind of frustrating, but that's okay. After I finish the solar panels up there, I'm going to call the episode. I'm going to need more than what I have here currently. So, yes, I can, but they're not going to obscure for very long, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, well, that's not enough, but at least that'll get me started. Yeah, I mean, those where I'm placing those batteries right now, they're not going to obscure the solar panels for very long, so everything's being charged except for that last one, which does not make any sense because it is on and it's connected, so we'll see. And then I need a screwdriver. Heck yeah. Alright, so first things first, we are going to hook this up down here. Gosh dang it. Oh, heck yeah. Perfect. Alright, let's head inside really quick so I can grab some more heavy cable. And then once those batteries start charging, we'll call the episode. Oh yeah, that's plenty. That would be plenty. And then that should hopefully solve our power issues for at least a while. I might have to make like an emergency generation thing or something for power. Yeah, these are gonna obscure, but it's fine. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, so they're gonna obscure a little bit, but they will start charging, so. You know, the fact that they're still making almost 500 watts, though, is insane. So, I will take that. Nice. So these ones fully charged. These ones aren't fully charged, but I am going to place another airlock right here so I can kind of separate these a little bit more. So these 3 solar panels are actually going to be moved over here, and then another row of batteries to kind of split everything up and then just have more battery power for the night. Heck yeah. That's looking good. All right. Well, let's take a quick shower and then I'm gonna call the episode here. But essentially, we worked on the inside of our base quite a bit today. Let's put all this away. There we go. We got all of our piping figured out. We have some of the lighting. My plan was to kind of just completely redo this whole inside section, which I never got around to because we started having power issues and stuff. We did quite a bit today, but in the next episode, I want to actually work on the inside of here, which means redoing all the lights, redoing all the power, expanding our volatile and pollutant lines all the way through here. You can also use pollutant as coolant too, so there's a couple of different ways that you can do it. I found a better way to actually automate our airflow, which I actually like this version a lot better because then I can just keep these on and I won't ever have to worry about them again at that point. So I actually really like that. I kind of want to have to redo like all the cabling and stuff in here because I feel like we overdid the cable. And then I'm going to get rid of the mixer. I'm going to have a couple of volume pumps. I'll probably have one here, one there. And then I'm going to write some logic so they'll only turn on once this dips below a certain percentage for whatever it may be, whether it's nitrogen or CO2. I think that's going to work better than the gas mixer. And then my goal is to just keep this room on indefinitely and having everything just be constantly filtered because the other thing is our hydroponics room over here will slowly start creating more and more oxygen for us and slowly depleting our carbon dioxide. So I also want to make some more trays probably back in the corner somewhere where there's not going to be any grow lights and then place mushrooms back there. But I'm thinking I'm going to call the episode here. Let's take a quick shower and then go from there. Should have changed that light. Oh, yes. That feels so good. Alright, well, on that note, I'm going to call the episode here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you all